In this video, I'm going to talk to you about two versions of the same thing. I drew two versions of an egg, and actually did three, but I can't find the first version. So this is version one, and then you'll see version two in a second. It's the scribble technique, so the really loose kind of marks that build up over a long period of time to start to create that sense of value, sense of density. And I'm just feeling my way through the drawing. I'm not trying to outline it again. There's no outline there. I'm trying to create edge through a value shift. So of course, a light background, a darker part of the egg. But notice underneath where the cast shadow is, the background or the non-egg part, right? Foreground, I guess you could call it, is darker than the egg because of the reflected light underneath the egg. So it's not a simple task of just, this is the problem when we outline things. It blinds us to these value relationships. Remember, there's absolutely no outlines in reality, just edges. So if you force yourself to draw in such a way that you're not filling in outline, it allows you to see the nuances of value shifts. Otherwise, you don't see that because you can rely on the outline to carry the day. So in these drawings, this one and the coffee cup that you'll be doing, I don't want you to draw the outline of the form and then fill it in. I want you to kind of feel your way through the drawing. It's very difficult, makes it much more difficult. So this is the first version, actually, second version. And then this is the final version. Now this version actually looked like that previous version at one point. But I just kind of kept working it and working it. It's probably, I don't know, 15 hours, 20 hours worth of work over a long period of time. Just honing and honing and honing and tightening up the marks. Thousands and thousands and thousands of marks, right? They build up over a long period of time. You can see out in the background there the initial marks, right? The kind of much looser kind of marks that I had going initially, and even down in the light area of the cast shadow, looser marks. But where the dense dark on the egg is, those marks really build up in a lot more kind of dense manner. Also, it's picking up the texture of the paper, which is nice. So if you smudge and smooth things out, be careful when you work with a pencil. Your hand's all the way back at the edge of the pencil. Just let the weight of the pencil do the work. And don't let your hand rub over the drawing because you'll ruin all that delicate sense of touch that you have in the drawing. So you just let the pencil do the work and build up over a long period of time. So you have a drawing with 1,000 marks, 1,000,000 marks, I don't know. It's a lot more information. And the more information you have in the drawing, the more kind of emotional content there is in the drawing, right? Remember, this is a drawing. It's not an egg. It's an interpretation of an egg. It's just graphite on a sheet of paper. So the key here is to kind of make that exciting for the viewer. How can you make such a mundane object exciting? By injecting energy into it. And that's through these little marks. Notice that vertical line on the outside, in the background there. That's just kind of something that happened to the drawing over time as I had it stored in my office. That's not part of the drawing. Top of the egg light, background dark, right? Tips of the egg dark, background light. So you got these value shifts along the edge. So there's the first version, much rougher, much more unrefined, but still lots of marks. And then we move to the finished version, which are even, has even more marks, a lot more density in that drawing. And a presence, If you rub all that energy out of your drawing, it doesn't have a presence. So that's really important to try to keep those marks on your drawing. It is a drawing, It's about life. So take this approach into your coffee cup drawing. Thank you.